Good morning, Mike Bowden, Operations Section Chief with the Eastern Area Team 1 with your operational briefing for Tuesday, August 27th on the Willamette Complex South Zone. Yesterday was a nice, sunny, dry day across the incident. Driest day we've had for several days since we had some rain over the weekend, and a lot of good work got done yesterday. Additionally, the little bit of drying started to allow the heat sources that are still out there to start to be able to show up and allow our crews to begin to go into those areas close to the control lines we already have established and put those out. So we'll start talking about various different areas across the fire in terms of what we accomplished yesterday and what we're looking at doing today. Okay, so up here in the chalk fire in branch 8, along in the division Tango, again, they're going to continue patrolling that direct line. Like I said, there was some hot spots that were discovered, and crews were able to get in there and work those and make sure that they were secure. They're also starting to look at, there's a shaded fuel break that was established about 3 years ago. That kind of is out in this country running up towards the north, getting in there, assessing that, and improving that for future use if needed. There's still a big unburned area in here that has some potential. We just want to make sure we have a place in case, in the unlikely event that does decide to perk up, come across our control line, we have another place to be able to keep it from progressing further to the west. Moving around in division Kilo, that division's looking really good. We've got the resources right-sized for the mission. It's mainly in a mop-up and a patrol status, and they're actually starting to do some suppression repair work in that division, starting to do some road grading, eliminating and removing some hose and those types of activities. Moving into Division Alpha, we had completed the McKinley Road on the south side of the chalk fire. That is 100% complete, and have a few days left to work on the secondary contingency line between DP 18 and DP 20, and the work is progressing with that as well. Moving down into branch 12, Romeo, the northern and western side of the coffee pot fire. Much like chalk, there was some heat that was discovered yesterday because of the warmer and drier conditions, and the crews mopped up and addressed that had any threat to our control line. Same thing here in Division Papa along the edge of the coffee pot fire. Moving over to the east into Division Whiskey, work continues to finalize the indirect line from DP 30 over towards DP 35 and 37. Working from 37 down to 52. Mainly working on debris removal, and there's still several days worth of work in that area to finish that up. Continuing on the outside here from 53 on across towards 66 and 65. A little bit more work left in there. Yesterday, Moss Mountain, we did insert some hotshot crews into the place where the fire had crossed to the south of the 2120 road. They worked on the direct edge of that fire. There's some heat sources in there, and they got in there and are working on suppressing those, and they're going to continue that activity today. We're starting to look at some places where we can start to check up that fire and ensure that it doesn't move on us until we have these other contingency lines placed, or potentially begin to start to work more direct on that. We've got some folks looking at this western edge in terms of going in there. We're continuing to use helicopters on any heat sources that we can discover out there to just keep that Moss Mountain fire in its same footprint until we can continue and finish up our indirect operations. Moving down into contingent, and that's basically that operations under the control of Sierra. We move down here to contingency. This road network and this line along the private land in the south part of the complex, that's progressing probably another 72 to 96 hours before that piece is complete. And then they're working on tying this back off over towards Summit Lake to box off the 208 fire, and there's several weeks worth of work left in that area. So that's your operational update for Tuesday, August 27th, and thanks and have a good day.